Did you guys know that according to the US Department of Labor, there are 2.2 million employees that get minimum wage? And then that minimum wage is only $7.25 an hour? Hi, my name is Ethan Kolb, and today I'm prepared to tell you about the outcomes of minimum wage and how it affects the workers. So, why should we care about minimum wage? Well, as a young student myself, I know I would appreciate large minimum wage increases. That just means more money in my pocket. That means I can pay my rent, pay my tuition. It just benefits me. However, is that really the best case scenario for everyone? Well, I believe that the US federal government should not raise the minimum wage and in a substantial amount all at once, and we should increase it in small increments over time so then we can account for inflation. So, in my speech today, I'm going to go over how increasing the minimum wage in large increments will shake the economy, decrease job counts, and hurt the workers overall. So, how could increasing the minimum wage in a large amount hurt everybody? Well, think about it, as a consumer, it should help the economy, right? Increase minimum wage in a large amount, that means that we help the corporate America, we help ourselves, we help everybody. However, that is a wrong perception that we may have. According to the Mackinac Center for Public Policy, large and sudden increases in minimum wage can shake the economy and hurt all classes of workers. So, what does this mean? This means that all classes of workers will be hurt by this, and it's further proved by David Newmark and William Waschker. They said that minimum wage hikes will actually decrease the amount of jobs available. For every 10% increase in jobs, there is a 1.5 to 2% employment decrease among young adults. And that may not seem a lot right now. However, for every 10% that happens, so therefore if there's a 20% decrease or 20% increase in minimum wage, that means that there is a 4% decrease of employment. That can mean thousands of workers not getting jobs. Now, I'm just throwing stats right now at you guys, and that may not seem like a lot. However, there are real-world situations in which this has affected economies. New York Times says that after a minimum wage increase in Seattle in 2016, employers actually cut back hours for employees. This meant a loss of an average of $125 a month for employees. That may seem like a substantial amount of money, and to further along this, minimum wage facts and analysis described a corporate situation with Target. In 2020, they're planning to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And with this minimum wage, as they're increasing it over the years, they've actually cut back workers' hours. And so far, workers have lost thousands of dollars a year and their health benefits. Imagine a young kid and his mom not being able to get health benefits because the employers cut back their hours. And that's only because of a large increase of minimum wage. Now, what's the solution to this problem? If we can't give them a large increase, should they stay at $7.25 forever? In 30 years from now, that's not going to mean too much. So what should we do? Well, we should give them small incremental increases according to inflation. According to Payroll Blog, they say, remain consistent in financial situations. Employees must have wages that are up to the living expenses. So in this article, they state that employees with a 3.5% living increase should get a 3.5% pay increase as well. And this may seem like a hard thing to do and implement in our government, right? I mean, a 3.5% increase every single year or a living expense increase every single year, how do we do that? Well, it may not be as hard as it seems. According to the Washington Post, federal employees, retirees, and Social Security recipients already get these living expenses increases every single year. These account for inflation, and according to the website, they get 1.6% increase every single year to account for the rising living expenses. So how can this affect us as a whole? Well, according to the Committee on Education and Workforce Democrats, a modest increase can boost productivity in workers and the overall economy. So it's stating that as workers, we will feel better about a small increase every single year, and therefore it also boosts the economy. We don't need a large increase to boost the economy every single year. We only need small ones so we can get extra money for the living expenses. And then to further prove this, they did a study in Michigan. Michigan implemented a small increase situation where every single year they would get small increases in the minimum wage. And compared to cities like Seattle and any other state that are giving large increments increases, they did not have as much adjustment period as the other ones. So overall, they're better off. So armed with this new information, I hope that I have sold you on the benefits of small incremental increases accounting for inflation. Sudden and large increases can overall shake the economy, decrease employment, and hurt employees. Now, even though they would love the large increase as everyone would, right? I mean, it's a huge break for us. But the workforce for minimum wage is 2.2 million employees, and we need to look at them for the future and not just benefit them in the present. Thank you. Okay.